Hi guys, welcome back. Let's build with Sid, and if you ever want horses in my Let's Build world, this is the place to find them. There's hundreds of them. Donkeys, osses, white osses, brown osses, black osses, piebald, not piebald, piebald osses, every kind of oss you can imagine. Anyway, I've been working towards getting this pack ready for distribution. Want more horses? Look, more horses than you can shake a stick at for getting this pack ready for distribution. And one of the things I wanted to do was make it so the world as I build it becomes available for download. So if anybody wants to go and visit a build I've done, that sounds really conceited and vain, but you know, could happen, then you could download the world, and this is the area where you spawn. A little bit over there. Well, it kind of bounce around a bit. So I built this this little temple to building using the old chisel blocks a bit, and in here we've got a bit of chiseled glowstone, various blocks over these. These are all concealed command blocks, and I'm going to dress these up a bit. I'm not overly happy with this design yet, but so here we go. If you wanted to go, for example, to the first build I did, you right click that button and off you go, and you teleport you over there. Now I asked for suggestions for builds in my last video, because obviously, I mean, I've got ideas for builds, and you know, I can always come up with things to build. But you know, if people have things they would like to see me build, I love these chisel blocks; they're great. Then, you know, I'm more than happy to have a go at them. And Ben suggested that I do a dojo. Now, I've never done Japanese style building before, so I have found a spot over here. No horses, just cows. I was looking for a bamboo forest, but this was the nearest I managed to find to one. So, and I don't know who died here. Oh, I fell out of the world. Yes, that's right, because I killed myself basically to get back to the spawn point. So yeah, I died. Anyway, this is the area I want to build my dojo. I'm probably going to be a 2-episode build, because it's A, going to be big, and it's B, I think I'm going to do some Japanese garden landscaping around outside it as well. So, in terms of the scale of this thing, I am going to be building, let's just jump up here, and because this has got to fit, obviously. If I make the first corner here, or the first corner of the first pillar there, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, this may seem a little bit odd. Just call this tree. But I decided to do a bit of research for this one. Well, I tend to research for most builds, to be honest, and have a look at ideas and yada yada. So here. And the Japanese dojos tend to be built around a structure, and I think it was invented by somebody called Ken, because that's what the Wikipedia page talks about. No, I'm joking. It's actually called Ken. I don't think it was actually invented by anybody called Ken at all. Oh my god, these cows! I'm probably gonna have to kill them all. And that basically works on a structure where you could have, say, a 3x3. You'd have your square, and it would be a 3x3 with a central courtyard, or a 5x5. So I'm going to be kind of working towards that. Now I'm going to just clear out the trees and get my layout done, and you'll see how big I'm intending to make this thing. So I'll be back in a moment. So, cleared out an area, and I was thinking about bringing this hill down a bit. I brought it down a little. I may bring it down one more. In fact, I think I will bring it down one more. Need to replace that sewage with something a bit prettier as well. Let's bring this in so we're kind of at this height here. And obviously the grass will grow back in its own sweet time. Try and keep this looking fairly natural. And this water will be useful because for my plans. So the area for this is pretty good, and I've done marked it out in a 5x5 of 11x11s with a gap in the middle of 9x9. So I want this structure to be big with a capital B. I probably picked the most awkward biome out there to do this. So the Japanese buildings I've looked at tend to have fairly dark wooden structures. So this is going to be, and I'm going back, I've looked at all the woods, and to be honest, I haven't found one I like more than spruce for this particular thing. However, if I move over here, for the flooring, I am really liking that. So this, I'm going to basically run across. This is going to be on stilts. All the way to this point here. Now, as I say, I didn't really want it that high off the ground. Oops. But it's going to be a pretty big dojo. I'm not entirely sure where the entrance is going to be yet either, but it doesn't really matter because it's what's the word I'm looking for? Because the sides are all equal. That's the word I'm looking for. They will all, either side will work. That's the word I'm looking for. Either side will work. God, mental brain fart moment there. So this is going to be a kind of wooden frame structure. The posts are going to be from here and then similarly here. So I'm going to just build this out, this structure. I'll have to fill all this lot in and terraform that bit as well, and I will be back once we've got this frame done. Okay. So yeah, I slightly misremembered my design there. So this outer walkway area is going to have posts 4 high. And the roof is basically going to curve up from this. And it's a fairly shallow curve compared to the central roof, which will have a more of a curved affair going on. And we'll probably dress up the outside of this edge so it's not so flat once we've got the main structure in place. Now, in terms of tiles, I'm trying to find, let me just have a look at those. I'm trying to find the ones. Most of, no, they're horrible. Most of the Japanese roof tiles I've seen when I've been looking at the various designs for this are generally very dark, almost black bricks, possibly, or black tiles I should say, not bricks, but you know, given that we haven't got a huge amount of choice. We could try that. We could try that. For the really dark stuff, seared bricks, not going to hack it because they stack that particular way. Let's just have a quick peek at tiles. Oops. See whether there's anything jumps out at us. Futuristic armor plating. No, not really what I had in mind. Let's have a look. That's probably the nearest, I think. See, the alternative would be some kind of like terracotta-y tile. The problem is the really nice tile textures in this are in the rooftops. And there are some nice, like these slopes, which give you, a really clean thing, but that texture doesn't exist in a block. And I don't think I can put it into a carpenter's block. Let's just have a look. Oops. No, didn't think I could. So, but I can put that into a carpenter's block, and I can give that a whack, and then we can come out like that, and give those a whack like that, and the world will be a good and happy place, I think, with this nice black roof going on. So this is going to take a while, as you can imagine, especially with it being carpenter's block. Oh, it's not too bad then. But yeah, there's a lot of roof real estate to cover here. And if I just pop up and let's just see. Oh, that's quite a cool feature then to know about. So once you've got it into half slabs, the carpenter's blocks, I wasn't going to use carpenter's blocks, it has to be said, because I wanted to use slabs, but given that I haven't got the slabs I want, we're going to have to make do with this, I think. I know they've been too bricky for my liking. I'll continue on, I think, with this for the time being, because the contrast pieces with the Japanese architecture is the white and very clean white walls. So I'm going to continue on with this for the time being. I will. I honestly can't see the point in time-lapsing this because it is literally straight lines and it's now raining. So I'll be back once we've got this done. Well, that took several hours longer than I anticipated. So the first section of roof and all the supports for the walkways are done structurally. I've got these kind of sticky-outy gold block accents coming out here. On the four corners, and it raises up to this middle ring of blocks, pillars in the middle here. So currently still fairly bland and nondescript. It's just a large roof on a wooden frame. But the next thing we need to do is to start bringing this up. So I want this to go 3, 4. And I would like to have a beam running between all of these, and the actual support struts inside will probably be done somewhat differently, but some of these are going to definitely need some supporting beams. I am going to change out this floor a little bit and introduce a bit of variety. That is just too much of a big solid sheet of dark brown for my taste. And yeah, the thing to remember with these microblocks, and the thing I forgot with not microblocks, carpenter's blocks, and the thing I forgot when I embarked upon this roof, which is why it took me so long, is that unlike normal blocks, you have to visit them at least twice, because you have to place the block and then you have to go around and place the texture block inside the block. So that automatically doubles the amount of time and clicks you're doing on a block, which, you know, you think, well, I'm doubling it, it's not that much of a problem. It was 4, wasn't it? But that's if you're lucky. Now, if you're unlucky, you have to get your hammer out and you have to change the orientation so it becomes a top slab rather than a bottom slab. So that's a third visit, possibly 2 more clicks. If you cock up, and I did it 57 times, you may actually put another block on top of the slab, and you may need to go back to your hammer to do that. So to remove that cock up, I mean, you know, it's not a problem. You will make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But it all adds to the amount of time it takes to build something that, if I'd have just used normal half slabs, would have been a lot quicker. Okay, so that's 4 there, and that's 4 there. So this central bit here, I'm going to have to get some dirt. This is where my entrance is going to come in from, so I'll have to clear all of this foliage out and do something nice with this pond. Although I'll probably keep the pond, because the Japanese gardens are very fond of ponds. They like a good fish pond, which is fine. So I think I want to come up. I'm looking for the kind of curve I'm looking for. So this is kind of going to curve like that. Probably a couple more. And here we're going to basically go like this. I'm not using microblocks here because it's not necessary. And we need to be coming, do I need that? Actually, I probably need to do that, then that. Let's just do one side. Yeah, and then from there start coming out in single steps. And then from there, I want to start coming out in half blocks. So that's going to be like that. Then that. Then that. Then that. And then I want to go back up like so. So that should give me a fairly nice curve, I think. Let's just get these half blocks sorted. So that's the kind of shape that I am looking for. Let's have a look. That's a little bit steep. I might. I don't know. It's no steeper than the other side, though, is it? No, I think that kind of works. That's going to be a doable thing. So we can repeat that on the other side. Then you got 4 singles. Oops. 3 and 4. And then we're into carpenter blocks. Like that. The carpenter blocks actually, in this instance, are a lot easier to place than the attempt when I was practicing this in vanilla, because obviously I didn't have anything to put the half blocks on that time. And then you've got bonk, 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 and finally bonk. And then it's just a matter of fill those in with the relevant brick, like so. And again, we'll put some accent blocks on the end and around this, but that is going to be the shape of this roof. I'm going to run that all the way across. I also need to get these pillars in. So you get that kind of going on there. And I'll be back once that's done. Alright, well that's the basic structure of the roof done, but it needs something more. Because at the moment what we've got is this huge mass of black. And there's really nothing to distinguish the curves other than the light of the sky. So first things first, what I want to try and do is I want to use some more carpenter's blocks along the top. I'm just going to come so far down this way. I'll do the other side if this works. And how many have I got there? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 15. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me just try this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that might work. I may just bring that one up underneath like that. Oops, not like that. Like that. And then we can start playing with some of this action. And I don't know if I'll even get, oh, no, I won't get away with it like that. Let me just, let me just set the time to date so you can see what the hell I'm doing. And like that. Blob. Yeah, I'm liking that so far. Dude. Dude. Oh, or maybe, no, not that. Oh. Dude, what are you doing? Right. And then like that on that one. And then maybe that there. Oh god, now I've got to shift click to place this one. Now this one is a glowstone block that looks suspiciously like this gold block. So we end up with this kind of thing going on here. And then it will come down like that. So we're going to end up with this kind of design on either side. I think that needs just a little teeny bit more like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. That works. Now the other thing I want to do, and I've got a crafting station. Let me turn the rain back off. And I need a crafting station for this, unfortunately, because I'm going to use microblocks. Yep, I have microblocks. So I need to find a diamond. Yeah? Come on, I know you're in there. Diamond, I know I have seen the diamond saw. I know if I do saw, that's not going to get me it. Right, I need to just let me change to this mode and go. There you go. I knew it was in there. I only want the one. Okay, so what we can do is I've got this limestone with ornamental panel, and yes, shush cow. You're not going to cut that? Oh, typical. Can't cut the chisel block. Can you cut anything? Yes, you can. Right, so I can't use that limestone with ornamental panel. That's a shame. Right, what do I... What do I want then? Got them cows. Stone, stone, stone. What can I cut? That, I suppose, is the first question. Fancy polished stone. Could try that one. That might work. Brownstone, no. Can't use those because they're chisel blocks. Could just try the good old vanilla stone brick actually as well. Sometimes you just have to try things to see what's going to work. So we've got 2 of those, and we've got 2 of those, 2 of those, and oops, 2 of those. Right, let's just go and try those out. Crafting bench can go. What I will need to do is cut several of these up. Which do we like? Let's have a look. So we got that one. Or we have got the first one. Without a shadow of a doubt, the first one. So these will come down quite happily on here. Oops. Just gives you a bit of contrast, which makes all the difference. And then we can take, that's a pillar, I think it needs to be, I think it needs to be a panel. Stone post, brick notch, oh notch, that's a fancy polished stone brick. Let's go and get some more of those so I can cut them up. Just half a dozen will do, because I'm going to end up with an inventory absolutely crammed full of this. So that is a panel. How do we... oh, that combines them. I wonder whether you did it like that. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've used. No, that combines them back. Slab, pillar, post, pillar, panel. Oh, I can't remember how you do this, you know. I'm going to have to experiment with that, and I'll be back in a moment. Yep, I was over-analysing it. There isn't a separate one. The post is basically either centred or not, as the case. In this case, it was not. So just a matter of doing this. I will probably do the same going down that edge. What what I think is, I think that needs a bit more depth. Does that work for me? What do we think? Oh, do it wrong. I love the placing interface for this, but it can be an absolute pig. Like that. But then when you're looking from that edge, you've got some 3D to it as well. Decisions. But for now, not. What I could do is try a smaller section. I'm going to just experiment with that, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, so what I've done is I created this brick notch using the microblocks, and we basically trimmed all the way around the edge here. You can see we've also done that. I've replaced strategic gold blocks also down here with glowstone. So it's nicely trimmed now. You can actually see the shape of the roof much better. Trimmed this edge down here as well, and as I say, I've done strategic glowstones down there as well. So for the most part, that is the roof and superstructure of the dojo done. There are a few changes I will make. There are a few things I will alter, no doubt, as we go through. So the next part to do, and this will be in the next episode, because this is definitely a 2-episode, possibly even a 3-episode build. We will move on to start building the walls, windows, balcony stuff, and some interior work, and generally trimming up the inside here. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. You picked up a few pointers, tips, or whatever on building. And until next time, see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.